Please like the video and share it so that it reaches many more people and you get sawaba, or rewards from Allah. This could be a sawabe jariyah or continuous reward for you long after you are gone.
Tricks. Volume 9, Book 86, number 85110. Volume 9, Book 86, number 85. Narrated by Umar bin al-Khattab. The Prophet said, O people, the reward of deeds depends upon the intentions, and every person will get the reward according to what he has intended. So, whoever emigrated for Allah and His Apostle, then his emigration was for Allah and His Apostle, and whoever emigrated to take worldly benefit or for a woman to marry, then his emigration was for what he emigrated for. Volume 9, Book 86, number 86. Narrated by Abu Hurairah. The Prophet said, Allah does not accept prayer of any one of you if he does hadith, passes wind, till he performs the ablution anew. Volume 9, Book 86, number 87. Narrated by Anas. That Abu Bakr wrote for him zakat regulations which Allah's Apostle had made compulsory, and wrote that one should neither collect various portions of the property, nor divide the property into various portions in order to avoid paying zakat. Volume 9, Book 86, number 88. Narrated by Talha bin Ubaidullah. A Bedouin with unkempt hair came to Allah's Apostle and said, O Allah's Apostle, tell me what Allah has enjoined on me as regards prayers. The Prophet said, you have to offer perfectly the 5 compulsory prayers in a day and a night, 24 hours, except if you want to perform some extra optional prayers. The Bedouin said, tell me what Allah has enjoined on me as regards fasting. The Prophet said, you have to observe fast during the month of Ramadan except if you fast some extra optional fast. The Bedouin said, tell me what Allah has enjoined on me as regards zakat. The Prophet then told him the Islamic laws and regulations, whereupon the Bedouin said, by him who has honored you, I will not perform any optional deeds of worship and I will not leave anything of what Allah has enjoined on me. Allah's Apostle said, he will be successful if he has told the truth, or he will enter paradise if he said the truth. And some people said, the zakat for 120 camels is 2 hikkas, and if the zakat payer slaughters the camels intentionally, or gives them as a present or plays some other trick in order to avoid the zakat, then there is no harm in it for him. Volume 9, Book 86, number 89. Narrated by Abu Hurairah. Allah's Apostle said, on the day of resurrection the cans, treasure or wealth of which zakat has not been paid, of any one of you will appear in the shape of a huge bald-headed poisonous male snake, and its owner will run away from it. But it will follow him and say, I am your cans. The Prophet added, by Allah, that snake will keep on following him until he stretches out his hand and let the snake swallow it. Allah's Apostle added, if the owner of camels does not pay their zakat, then, on the day of resurrection those camels will come to him and will strike his face with their hooves. Some people said, concerning a man who has camels and is afraid that zakat will be due, so he sells those camels for similar camels or for sheep or cows or money one day before zakat becomes due in order to avoid payment of their zakat cunningly. He has not to pay anything. The same scholar said, If one pays zakat of his camels one day or 1 year prior to the end of the year, by the end of which zakat becomes due, his zakat will be valid. Volume 9, Book 86, Number 90. Narrated by Ibn Abbas. Sa'd bin Ubadah al-Ansari sought the verdict of Allah's apostle regarding a vow made by his mother who had died before fulfilling it. Allah's apostle said, "Fulfill it on her behalf." Some people said, if the number of camels reaches 20, then their owner has to pay 4 sheep as zakat, and if their owner gives them as a gift or sells them in order to escape the payment of zakat cunningly before the completion of a year, then he is not to pay anything, and if he slaughters them and then dies, then no zakat is to be taken from his property. Volume 9, Book 86, Number 90. Narrated by Abdullah. Nafi narrated to me that Abdullah said that Allah's apostle forbade the shigha. I asked Nafi, "What is the shigha?" He said, "It is to marry the daughter of a man and marry one's daughter to that man, at the same time, without mahr, in both cases, or to marry the sister of a man and marry one's own sister to that man without mahr." Some people said, if one, by a trick, marries on the basis of shigha, the marriage is valid but its condition is illegal. The same scholar said regarding al-mut, the marriage is invalid and its condition is illegal. Some others said, the mut and the shigha are permissible but the condition is illegal. Volume 9, Book 86, Number 91. Narrated by Muhammad bin Ali. Ali was told that Ibn Abbas did not see any harm in the mut marriage. Ali said, Allah's apostle forbade the mut marriage on the day of the Battle of Khaybar and he forbade the eating of donkey's meat. Some people said, if one, by a tricky way, marries temporarily, his marriage is illegal. Others said, the marriage is valid but its condition is illegal. Volume 9, Book 86, Number 92. Narrated by Abu Hurairah. Allah's apostle said, one should not prevent others from watering their animals with the surplus of his water in order to prevent them from benefiting by the surplus of grass. Volume 9, Book 86, Number 93. Narrated by Ibn Umar. Allah's apostle forbade the practice of an-najish. Volume 9, Book 86, Number 94. Narrated by Abdullah bin Umar. A man mentioned to the Prophet that he had always been cheated in bargains. The Prophet said, whenever you do bargain, say, no cheating. Volume 9, Book 86, Number 95. Narrated by Urwa. That he asked Aisha regarding the verse, if you fear that you shall not be able to deal justly with the orphan girls, marry other women of your choice. 4.3 Aisha said, it is about an orphan girl under the custody of her guardian who, being attracted by her wealth and beauty, wants to marry her with mahr less than other women of her status. So such guardians were forbidden to marry them unless they treat them justly by giving them their full mahr. Then the people sought the verdict of Allah's apostle for such cases, whereupon Allah revealed, they ask your instruction concerning women. 4.127, the sub-narrator then mentioned the Hadith. Volume 9, Book 86, Number 96. Narrated by Abdullah bin Umar. The Prophet said, For every betrayer there will be a flag by which he will be recognized on the day of resurrection. Volume 9, Book 86, Number 97. Narrated by Salama. The Prophet said, I am only a human being, and you people have disputes. Maybe someone amongst you can present his case in a more eloquent and convincing manner than the other, and I give my judgment in his favor according to what I hear. Beware, if ever I give, by error, somebody something of his brother's right, then he should not take it as I have only given him a piece of fire. See Hadith number 638. Volume 3.